Today, we're speaking to Robbie on the show. He's built a £1.5 million plumbing and heating engineer business. He's at a crossroads. Does he go the business? Does he open more branches? This is a conundrum that lots of entrepreneurs face. Now, before we go any further, if you've started your business or you're looking for ways to scale, this is one tool worth checking out, especially with a £200 bonus up for grabs. I'll tell you more in a moment. Welcome back to the Business Broadcaster. I'm James Sinclair, and you are
James Burt.
Hello, baby. Welcome back.
Here.
We haven't been with each other for a couple of weeks, have we?
We haven't. No, we were. He wasn't here. Chuds wasn't here. We had producer Stevie.
Right. Yeah, we did have producer Stevie.
Producer Stevie was good fun. I mean, she's no Chuds, but
no Chuds.
She's no Chuds.
But she does respond when she's
She
asked.
does respond, and she has just a generally happier demeanour.
A lot of people messaging me going, have you and James got an imaginary friend called Chuds when you do the podcast? Because we don't hear
that guy's
anything.
a mute.
Stevie did say, though, that she understands that when you come to me for some thoughts or opinions or ideas, that I only have 4 or 5 things to say because you're the two people talking mostly. Like the person, whoever is sat here on this microphone, doesn't need to contribute that much.
Not that much, but you've got to be ready for it when it happens. It's like Usain Bolt. He's only got to run for 9 seconds, but it matters, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Don't forget, Chuds is going to be participating in Interesting Fact or Quote of the Week this week.
He is. It's going to be a 3-way.
That's a hard way to say that.
A 3-way Interesting Fact or Quote. He's fast rushing to his Instagram now to try and get some quotes as well.
No, I texted him a really nice one at the weekend. That's why we mentioned it.
Okay, fine.
I've just got back from Santorini, island economy.
Island economy? What's that?
Well, it's an island that makes money.
Oh, okay.
There's got a lot of rich people there.
Yeah.
There was a bloke that we was out for this restaurant meal, and this bloke walked in with my nan's curtains on, also known as a Gucci shirt. They
are quite garish, you know.
All their hair sticking out like a
medallion
Frotter tribute act with this garish, have you seen my Gucci shirts? You know? Yeah, but the views are great there. Have you
got married there, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, then everyone's copying us.
Oh,
say that out loud, but they are. Anyway, so we are talking today about Robbie Williams on the show.
We are. Is it Robbie? No, Robbie Newton.
Robbie Newton. Even.
It's close. It's close. It's a different kind of Robbie. Having success in his own right, though. So Robbie, not a very good singer, or maybe he's a good singer. We don't know. We'll have to find out in a minute. But he runs Stonehenge Plumbing and Heating. He has been going for about between 9 and 10 years. He's doing 110 grand a month, and he's got 16 members of staff. But
where is he based?
Stonehenge.
Have you been past Stonehenge?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah, I drove past that a few times recently.
This feels like a
No.
coming.
It is surprisingly underwhelming. Do you think that? Or am I going to get in trouble for saying that?
I mean, you know, if you look at it in the context of 2025, yeah, you know, you just go out some stones in a circle. But if
with
you
the road just going past it.
Yeah. I mean, but if you look at the context of it, it's probably been there for 5,000 years, and how do they get it? And it also is in line with like the solar doodah and all the rest of it. It's pretty quite impressive.
Have you been out and actually gone round it?
No, I can't be asked. It's just
have you done it,
isn't
Chuds?
it?
Have you driven past it?
Yeah, with you.
Oh, yeah, with me, yeah.
It was that memorable.
There we go. That's got no relevance to Robbie other than it's in Stonehenge where he does plumbing and heating.
Good idea to call it Stonehenge Plumbing and Heating, though. Especially if you're based in that neck of the woods. But here's the interesting thing, right? So Robbie is at a crossroads. In the words of Blazing Squad, he's at the crossroads. Remember that song?
No.
You're too young for it. Chaz don't remember.
I remember it.
You do remember it. You're just choosing not to. Who originally did it? Born Thugs in Harmony, wasn't it? That's a bit of you, isn't it, in that salmon shirt?
No idea.
No, don't do it. You're about to do some online bullying there, weren't you? You looked at my shirt, going, where's the shirt joke? I got my first shirt joke. Come on.
I don't need to say anything about your shirt. It's making all its own jokes up.
Very good. But he's at a crossroads, and he has...
I'm very impressed with myself.
That was very good. That was very good. He doesn't know what to do next, does our pal Robbie. Because he reckons he's...
Did you go to Wimbledon this year?
He thinks, just leave it at the one. You should have been one and done because you ended it really strong. He's just moved. This is interesting, right? He's moved 45 minutes away from work because he thinks that everyone's judging him. And I'm not sure they are. I think it's all in his head. But he said, you know, if my wife gets a brand new Range Rover, everyone's judging me. I'm thinking, good for you.
Who's everyone?
I don't think there's anyone. This is the thing. I think it's all maybe in his mind. But he's moved 45 minutes away from work intentionally, so he's out of the area.
Okay. What, you think customers or staff?
I'm not sure. I think he thinks it's a bit of both. And I'm not sure who is actually judging, because I think his wife's also got a very good job, so she's probably buying her own Range Rover.
Fine.
It's nothing to do with Robbie. But anyway, so he's now thinking, what should I do? He's kind of comfortable. He's doing over £1 million. Should he start another plumbing and heating business where he is? Now he's 45 minutes down the road. Obviously, different geographical patch. Should he start something different? Should he start something with his wife? So that's what he wants to come on and talk about today. Biggest challenge. Do I get another manager and another 8, or do I get another manager and another 8? Well, you're going to get 1 or 8, I don't know. Or do I open another? Or do I open another branch in a different area? Challenge 2, keeping good engineers. And challenge number 3, moving area. So do I start something completely new? Where do you want to be in 1 year's time? He said, in my forever home, in a new area with an income from the current business and the next business started.
What's moving this guy, doesn't he? I thought it just moves again.
Well, maybe this was before he's moved. He might have applied, because we've got such a big long waiting list to be on this show. It's the number one podcast where 2 idiots try and help you. Officially. That's how Spotify rate us. Someone started cleaning in here.
I don't know.
Can you smell the cleaning thing? I feel I'm going to get high, man.
I can smell that, yeah.
That's going to be a very different kind of podcast by the end of it, man. It's going to be very chill. What does the business look like when it's finished? He said it running itself and more passive income. You don't like that as an answer, do you? We've got to start with the end in mind. If we don't have a way to exit, then we haven't got the EBITDA-doody-doo-doos.
There you go. Well, that's interesting.
And then how do you spend your time day to day in the business? No, would you make the profit you want to make? And if so, what is it? So there's 50 grand guaranteed income with 70 to 100 grand in dividends. How do you spend your time day to day in the business? Mondays to Fridays, my days to do what I want. Mondays and Fridays are my days to do what I want. Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm on the tools, either helping, training or dealing with more technical systems and faults. And then he's got a bunch of questions that he would like to ask to you. Doesn't sound like he's really in a place to just go, do you know what? That's done now. Sounds like there's a lot more growth to be had.
I've got a very interesting little story.
Have you? I'll be the judge of that. You tell me the story and I'll tell you how interesting it is.
Well, that's very funny because a judge is involved in this story.
Really?
That's so weird that you said that. So I, last week, went to London and I had lunch at the Old Bailey. So play along here, Chuds and JB.
Do we need a jingle?
If you was going to the Old Bailey,
yes,
what would you be tried for? There's only 2 things that you can be tried for at the Old Bailey.
For us giving Chuds no headphones, you can't join in with the jingles and the fun. He loves all that stuff normally.
That's okay.
There's only 2 things you can be tried for at the Old Bailey.
Murder's got to be one.
Murder is one.
Yes, ding,
and
brilliant.
Theft.
No. What's up there with murder? This is like a riddle. What could be murder, but on a wholesale scale?
Oh, terrorism.
Exactly. Look, he's on fire today, isn't he?
JB.
I know a lot about crime. You ain't catching me out.
If you're going to the Old Bailey, if you're going to
the Old Bailey, if you're going to the Old Bailey, sorry,
going to the Old Bailey. Here's an interesting fact for you: you can only go there for terrorism or crime, or murder. Sorry.
Is that right?
That's absolutely right.
So why did you say you went there to eat? I don't get it. You wasn't obviously at court for terrorism or murder. So what's going on?
Well, that's a very good question, Chuds. Here's an interesting fact. James Sinclair, I'm a liveryman on the Worshipable Order of Entrepreneurs. Which
it's more impressive as an organisation if you can say the name.
Which is of the City of London. So I get invited to these things. So I went and had lunch with the Lord Mayor or the Sheriff, who will be the Lord Mayor next year. I was sitting next to him and he's a barrister and he invited 12, what do they call judges? What's the nickname or the other term for them?
Come on, JB, this is you.
Oh, it's got to be something like the Whigs.
No, but something like that. If you become a high-level barrister or judge, you become a S. You become a silk. Had you heard that before?
Oh, no.
And you have a little thingamajig hanging down your back that says you're a silk, which is, these are very bright people. So with the judges and the barristers show us around the Old Bailey, fascinating. But some of the judges.
So you've just gone for lunch and there's someone down the corridor in like court number 1, please bring in the murderer. And there's James Sinclair there going, oh, excuse me.
Honestly.
Excuse me, my steak tartare is not quite tartare enough.
Well, no. When we had the lunch, so the judges on the break for their lunch, because they're all dressed in their regalia in lunch. They took the red thing off, but they got the black thing off and the traditional white-looking vicary thing that they wear.
Are you sure you didn't go to a strip joint?
No. I put it on my Instagram as well. I don't know if you keep up to date on my stuff.
You nonsense.
But it was fascinating because I was into them, but they were more into me. And I'll tell you a little story about my interest in fact or quote of the week, which comes from one of these conversations with these judges. I was just fascinated. I said, so every day or every week you are sentencing someone to life imprisonment, because if you murder someone, it starts with life. And lots of teenagers, and they were telling me how often accidental murders happen. There's someone like gets hit on the head, like in an altercation.
Oh, yeah.
They're fine. And then 3 hours later, the bleed on the brain, then they die. And then, hey presto, they're at the Old Bailey. Fascinating, very intelligent people. I mean, so intelligent. I was more interested in them, but they were very interested in entrepreneurship and everything.
Really?
Well, so I'm going to do my interesting fact or quote of the week on. Oh, no, before the other interesting fact or quote of the week, this is the bit that I've missed. Lots of the judges have got flats and apartments in the Old Bailey, and it comes with a butler because they're so busy changing and everything. They need a footman to help them get changed. And so I was in the sheriff, or one of these barristers, the Sheriff of London, the barrister. He's got his office, then a little sort of corridor with a butler and his room. And I could see in his room with all his normal clothes, because they sort of left the door.
What about like family and? No?
Well, they go back in the weekends and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But some of these courts, when it's going, it's really busy. You ain't got time to go home because you got to try these people. Or very fascinating.
That seems.
Here's another fascinating thing: the Old Bailey is owned by the City of London. So have you ever driven around London and you've seen red police cars?
Yes.
You think, what, are they something to do with the Five? Have you ever seen them, Chuds? Because you're in
so.
London a lot.
Maybe I thought they were like taxis, though.
Well, you see, they're red with police all over them.
When you said a taxi with a blue light.
Yeah,
No, the red police cars, they really stick out.
Yeah.
And now I've said to you, you'll really notice them now, because you'll see they are owned by the City of London.
Yeah.
The City of London, which I'm a liveryman of. Princess Anne is the patron, and the King is, it's a real very old thing.
The trio of legends, you say?
Yeah, the trio of legends. That's owned by the City of London, and the court is in such good order. It's well looked after. Like the light bulb goes, it's got air conditioning, and they were saying that we're really lucky because it's owned by the City of London. The maintenance is really good. If you go to another court in the land, it's run by the Ministry of Justice, and it's all falling apart.
Yeah.
There's all these little idiosyncrasies that you come across.
Who owns the City of London?
Don't ask that. Don't ask that, Charlie.
The local government of the City of London, but basically because it's a smaller organisation, the Ministry of Justice, looking after a court in Liverpool, in Blackpool, in Manchester, other parts of London.
The City of London is also partly self-funded, isn't it? It's
correct.
a very weird setup. So the City of London is like the wealthiest organisation, like one of them in the world. But it's so old, and it's got its own like jurisdiction. I think it's got its own laws. It's got its own police. It's got its own tax system. Like it's its own.
I don't think it's got its
own
own tax system. I think JB's just made that up.
It's official. It's official.
They're definitely.
They've got a bunch of stuff that only happens in the City of London. It's like this little 1 square mile, and it's own.
Yeah, where the Bank of England is.
It's got its own jurisdiction.
Correct.
Interesting.
Because I don't think Westminster is part of the City of London, is it? Big Ben and Downing Street are not in that. Anyway, so chances do lots of street photography around London. You're going to have to look out for these red police cars.
I love it around there. It's great.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have seen those red police cars.
You'll notice them now.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you will absolutely notice them now. Anyway, so I thought that was really interesting. But I was sitting next to one of these murder judges.
Imagine that's your lunch break. Sorry, guys, I've only got half an hour. This guy slashed up everybody. Can we just get Greg's Bakery in today? I ain't got time for a full sit-down dinner.
No, it was quite nice. Anyway, so he was telling me, he said, "Oh, so what do you do?" I said, "Oh, I'm a business owner. Oh, I'm fascinated by entrepreneurship, blah, blah, blah." Very posh. He said, "I've got a friend that's a farmer that's sort of looking into entrepreneurship because, farming's very difficult. Very, very difficult." I went, yeah. And lots of them diversify and go into entrepreneurship. But that's what he's done. He's had to, because farming's so difficult. He's had to diversify into other business sectors. I said, "Well, why does he carry on farming? Why doesn't he just do it?" He said, "Because it's difficult, and that's why he carries on." I went, "What?" And then he said a beautiful little quote to me, and I am going to read it out. So can we have the jingle, please?
Yeah, of course we can. You can have the emotive one if you like.
No, people want the
you want
actual. Yeah. Don't break the routine. There we go.
Interesting quote of fact. Interesting quote of fact. It's time for the interesting quote of fact of the week. Perfectly fits the intelligence of a top legal mind, doesn't it?
Well, now we can have the
of course,
melodramatic one. And he said this. This is. I don't know who the Simon is, the farmer that said it to this high-ranking, one of the top judges of our land. But the man was called Simon.
Simon the farmer.
Simon said. Simon, put your arms in the air. Simon said, happiness is just a little bit boring. And I love that. I think
happiness is just a little bit boring.
I think that sums up highly effective people. It sums up me.
I think it sums up highly busy people.
Yeah.
Because you could be effective and have a joyful life, be happy.
Well, I think
that is that is so interesting.
I think the people I come across, if I look at my life, think of it as a roller coaster. So on Friday, a big thing happened. I put it in my newsletter this week. I bought Marsh Farm, the freehold of Marsh Farm. I owned the business.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
It completed. And that was a 12-year vision plan thing. I mean, look, it's on my phone here. Can you see that? It says freehold Marsh Farm. It's like part of my vision board thing that I do on my phone.
8-pack abs.
Yeah. £4 million loan. Other things I want to buy, freehold of another building. But anyway, look, this has been something that the answer couldn't be no. And I was very excited to buy it. So then I bought it. Big goal accomplished. Big hairy goal accomplished. It's very good for the strength of our business, gives us the freehold of the thing that we've invested millions of pounds into and tens of thousands of hours of time. So how do you feel when it's done? What's next? That's exactly how I feel. So I look at my journey like a roller coaster. I just go up and up and up, deal with the pain, downs, then I'm on the flat, and then I'm actually always looking for the next challenge because I just don't want to be bored. And I lean into these, I feel like I have a skill set to be able to fix and deal with things and cope with things more than most. And when he said that, I just thought, why do farmers? It's very hard being a farmer. You own all this asset around you, usually millions of pounds worth of asset.
Only going to get harder as well.
But they could sell that asset and have an instant, easier life. They could sell all that asset, go and buy a load of commercial property, or even just put it into FTSE 100, a bond, whole of market, have time, freedom, energy, no more worrying about if a crop fails this year. No more worry about the price of grain going up and down because it's a commodity. Could have a much easier life. Why don't they do it? Because happiness is just a little bit boring. So that was my interesting fact of the week.
That's strong.
What do you think, Chuds? What do you think?
I think it's a little bit of a cope. I think that is a nice thing to say to yourself when happiness isn't the priority of what you're doing. Because you're doing other stuff, you're prioritizing other. Does that make sense? Like happiness isn't the goal when you're being busy with the decisions you're making, Jim. So for you to
But it should ultimately be the goal, shouldn't it? To be happy.
I think you should feel happy in and out of different things you're doing in life. I don't think it should be attached to an outcome or else you'll never get it. I think farmers will feel happy when they're doing things and feeling useful, and there'll be moments of happiness, right? But it won't be like I'm happy being a farmer. It will be like everyone in life. They should find happiness in the process of whatever they're doing. But
so do you chase outcomes or challenges?
I think both.
What do you chase more? What excites you more, like the opportunity or a challenge?
The outcome, I think.
But is that because it's then signifies that you've gone
there
through
is
the
part
challenge?
of my ego. Someone tells me that I can't do something, then I end up trying to do it just to prove a point.
But then I think you will achieve happiness in different variations throughout that process.
This is an interesting thing here. What do you think happiness is to you? I know.
Yeah, I guess definition matters, doesn't it?
I know what I think happiness means to most people, but whether they realise that or not. So I've got it in my mind now.
Okay. What do you think it is?
Well, no, I'm going to go last because I'm pretty sure what I think makes human beings happy.
I think what makes people happy, well, I can only speak on personal experience, is continual improvement, learning and developing. I think if you don't learn or develop, I think and it's not like if you're not growing, you're dying. It's not as extreme as that. But I think that when you're not progressing in some way or growing in some way, I think when you're doing that, that's happiness. Like taking a lesson out of a great book, in that moment, you're happy.
Yeah, mine's connected. So I could say I'm connected to that, but that's not what I think is.
Chuds, over to you. New game on the show. What's happiness?
It's definitely a state of mind. It's not something you achieve and then you have it. It's definitely a perspective. So you should be happy in the pursuit of something, not trying to pursue something to be happy. So people will replace happiness with something that they think will get them that, i.e. more money or a faster car, so they will not be happy in pursuit of trying to achieve that thing. And then when they get that thing, they'll be happy. So when I'm taking pictures, that's a pretty happy place to be. It's not very stressful. It's like I'm enjoying myself.
Do you know you feel happy in that moment? Or are you happy because you look at the back end of the camera and go, oh, that's amazing?
No, you feel good while you're doing it. You know you're doing something useful or purposeful. It's a mix of things, isn't it? That's why I think it's a state of mind. It's like maybe it's a form of being in peace. It's a form of being content. It's a mix of, I think it might be a mix of all of it.
Ooh,
but it's definitely like,
deep, isn't it?
It's got to be the process, isn't it? You've got to be, instead of pursuing happiness, you should be happy while pursuing something.
Absolutely. I think both of you missed something that certainly when you're taking photos, and what I do, it is the people that are around you that you're on your journey with. To me, that's the number one priority. If you enjoy the people that are around you, you're happier. If you don't like the people you're around, and it takes a lot for people to move from tribes that don't make them happy. I think that really underpins everything.
Yeah, that's probably got to be the biggest hack to enjoying most things.
Because you talk about, you didn't say it, but you're talking about street photography. You actually go and do it with people you really enjoy spending time with.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And that makes it's very difficult. I don't know why only a few human beings go, I don't like them people. I'm going to move away from them. It takes a real strong sense of character to do that. Unbelievably, entrepreneurs are very good at that. The ones that come, no, I don't like it over there, I'm off. They can just do it.
Yeah, interesting.
Really hard for most people to do that.
Yeah, it is a trait that entrepreneurs have, isn't it? Because you just go, well, that's not serving the cause or serving me, so I'm just going to go.
I mean, so you said purpose, or Chud said, the feeling like you've got a purpose. I think that does make people happy. Continuation of self is what you said. And the people around you allow you to have purpose and the continuation of you. Because if you've got good people around you, they're pushing you, aren't they, all the time? Even Chud's doing street photography. I think you could probably do a better photo than that, Chud's. Because look at this technique I'm using. So you're like pushing yourself up. That's why I love spending time with James Martin. He's become a very, very good friend of mine. And because he pushes me along, but he also makes me incredibly fulfilled inside. I just find him fantastic.
See, he would be someone that I would say is happy. He's a happy individual.
I've seen some, he has challenges to deal with.
Yeah, of course.
But he
has a happy demeanour, doesn't he?
You thinking that he's a happy person, I would also agree in many ways, but that's just because of his state of mind. I think he has a positive mental attitude. When I speak to him, I don't spend enough time with him to see him in tough times, but he still, regardless of that, appears as if he's positive about the outcome. More like this sounds well cheesy, but like a glass half full. Like some people are just glass half full, and some people are not. I think being around people that are makes a big difference.
Do you think that more good things happen to those sorts of people?
Yeah,
I think by default, those sorts of people, you're like, oh, of course he's successful. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
You see, you're like,
typical. I've been doing this politics thing, watching these hyper effective people that become Secretary of States, and I've had intimate conversations with them now. The challenges are just like making a cup of tea. And that's with James Martin. You know, you could literally give him any challenge, he will work out how to deal with it.
I wonder if that's a dyslexic thing. Because your brain's wired up slightly differently.
Yes, definitely.
And it's like, well, let's find the solution to the challenge you've got. Because people, especially of his generation, now we have a better understanding of it. But when he went to school, it would have been, oh, he's just thick, he can't read. He can't write properly. So he would have
I think and then when you accomplish and get over a challenge, then you realise how resourceful you are. So you just say, come on. I mean, I've got some challenges now. Like, you know, we'll work out how to, you know, gather together a few million quid for the things I need to do in the next few months. And, you know, I got a cup of tea this morning, sat in the garden. Yeah, just in the middle. I just put a chair in the middle of the garden, got all the trees around me, cup of tea, and I thought, hope is not a plan. Hope is not a plan. How are you going to deal with it? Write a list.
Did you intentionally go to sit out there to get that clarity?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do that often? Or are you feeling sort of
challenged? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was that was going to be an interesting fact to quote a week from another entrepreneur that said it at a conversation I had with him a few weeks ago. It's one of his little keynote phrases, and I keep forgetting it. And that's what he always says: hope is not a plan. Which is such a good, because most people hope for a better tomorrow, don't they?
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
it's not a plan. Yeah, it's great.
There we go. I mean, look, that was
probably the best conversation fact of quote of the week ever. And Shuds, big contribution from Shuds.
Well, you used to have got to do yours now.
Oh, is that point? Really?
Yes.
Okay, I have
because we get gyrated in the comment. Gyrated,
berated. Gyrated is when you like
different word.
We get gyrated into comments.
Gyrated. The Ken Rhodes group messaged me. I'm getting loads of these now.
Who's the Ken Rhodes group?
I don't know. Just on Instagram.
Okay.
Go find out.
Ken Rhodes group.
Hello, Ken Rhodes group. Afternoon, James. Interesting fact or quote for you. Everyone knows what works. Few do it after it stops being exciting. What a quote,
That is shiny, bright object syndrome.
Yeah.
That summarises lots of entrepreneurs.
Summarises me. Thanks, Ken Rhodes group. Yeah. Everyone knows what works. Few do it after it stops being exciting.
That's a good one.
I was like, that was good.
Nice.
Can I have that one this week?
Yeah, I think that's a good one from JB. It wasn't his.
Wasn't mine yet. Fantastic. Well done. Thanks, Ken.
Chud's got his one. This was a good one. Chud's messaged me this on a late night Instagram chat. So here it is.
This is James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, which is an amazing book. He tweeted, compete externally and you compare, compete internally and you improve.
That is
a great
so
quote.
Good. Do you know what? Good. I've never got to the end of that book.
That's a bad habit.
Atomic Habits. I've never got to the end of it. I've never got to the end of it. Is it as good as everyone makes out?
Yeah, I think it's really
I really struggle with it.
Really practical book. I think anyone could pick it up and start implementing stuff. Yeah,
that's what I find. Because if I sit to read it, I need to write stuff down. Then that takes away from the experience of the reading. You ever read it?
No, I don't think I've read Atomic Habits. No, I tell you, the algorithm is feeding me Brian Tracy stuff. Nearly as good as Jim Rohn.
He is good, isn't he?
He's an old boy, but I do recommend if you just can't do books, there's some great little talks and videos on YouTube. Jim Rohn, obviously my favourite, but I think the Brian Tracy stuff is good as well. So
very good.
Check that out. Have you watched any Brian Tracy stuff?
Don't think so. Don't recognise his name.
Very well known for sales, isn't he? That's his main thing. Eat That Frog was his main book, wasn't it?
There's some really good. That is a good little philosophy for life. Eat that frog, isn't it? Just tell everyone what that is, because it's not about eating a frog.
No, it's about the concept of do the thing that's hardest first and get it out of the way. Like no one wants to eat the frog, but eat the frog. He's also got a brilliant way of organising a to-do list. He says you should have A's, B's and C's. A things are the things that it goes back to your urgent and important. You've got to get it done and it's got to get done today. B's are the things that have got to get done this week. And C's, you should never be doing them because they're not important enough. So put them on a C list and then give it to someone else. It's like, that is really interesting. I've actually got in my notes app on my phone, I've got a to-do list. I never have anything on my C list. And if you're looking at that going, well, Brian Tracy clearly doesn't know anything because he's helping advising JB. He don't know nothing. Don't let my
that's
shortcomings make you judge.
That's very interesting,
Brian.
Because when I wrote my newsletter this morning about, I've always said E plus M equals S, entrepreneurship plus management equals success. But actually I've been one more person to that, the triangle of success. So you do need entrepreneurship, leadership, you do need management, but also you need a clearer upperer, someone that is doing the detail. So if you think about, you're an army, you're the prime minister, the general, deciding on how we're going to win this war. Then you need your captains and your sergeants to look after the troops day to day, manage them day to day. But if someone gets injured, someone needs to clear that up, and you need a medic, or you need a quartermaster to look after all the other. Yeah, and I think they're the three things. If you come across great entrepreneurs or people that have achieved some level of success, they do have it set up like that. There's an inspirator, then the administrator, and then someone clearing up those two people's sets of work. So, in business, that would be leader that's saying this is the direction, this is the vision. Then there's the MD looking after day to day, and then there's an accounts coder, systems, quartermaster type people as well. They're the three. And if you've got one of those three people in, it could be a PA for me as well. You could have leader, manager, PA. I appreciate people have got to cash flow that, but that thing that you're saying there, the A, B's and the C's, you need to recruit people to go and do all of that stupid stuff for you. So, that you are left to go and do the impossible tasks, not possible tasks.
Oh, leave yourself with only the impossible tasks. That's a good little analogy, isn't it? Well, there you go. It's interesting fact to quote the week. We're now half an hour into the podcast. We've not spoken to our guest yet. Shall we actually speak to our guest?
Let's do it.
Because poor bloody Robbie's been sat there since 10:15 at this point and just going, am I actually getting on this show at some point?
Starting a business is hard enough without juggling multiple finance accounts and tools. Whether it's opening an account, issuing cards, or sending your first invoices, you just want things to work. That's why Revolut Business is such a powerful option. You can set up your account online in minutes. You can manage your spending, payments, and transfers all in one place, and avoid the stress of juggling multiple tools or getting your finances messed up. Plus, with real-time notifications, spending limits, and automatic receipt catcher, it takes the pressure off managing every penny manually. If you want to hit the ground running and stay in control as your business grows, why not sign up to Revolut Business at www.revolut.com/RB/James before September the 30th, 2025. Just add some money to your account and you'll receive a £200 welcome bonus. You're welcome. Fees and terms and conditions apply. Thanks to Revolut Business for sponsoring this episode. And let's get back to the show.
Robbie, welcome to the podcast. If you're still there, if you're still awake. Are you still there, first and foremost?
I am still here.
Oh, thank goodness for that. It'd have been a rubbish show if you hadn't been there. Thank you for being on, mate. Obviously, we chatted a little bit in the pre-chat and we talked about your business at the start of this very podcast. But give us the quick origin story of Stonehenge Plumbing and Heating, mate, and tell us where you're at and kind of what you're thinking, if you don't mind. Summarise it for us.
Yeah, of course. So back in 2010 is when I made the jump from being employed to self-employed, winging it through life. And then when I hit the back threshold in around about 2014, 2015 time, that's when I thought I need to make this professional, stop winging it. So from that point, I then watched a movie just by chance called Focus. And I learned a lot in that movie. And that's where the name Stonehenge Plumbing and Heating came from. Because I was like, it's almost self-advertisement. People know exactly where you are. Named on most lamp posts and stuff and signposts around the area. There's little reminders. So that's sort of where the name came from. And at that point, I was doing a lot of bathrooms and builders with a couple of subcontractors I would get in. And I was always struggling really to manage people, especially when they let you down. So I was like, I've got to stop doing that and start employing people. So actually I have control of their diary. And pretty much from there, just been growing and growing the business. Primarily at that time was doing bathroom and builders. But then builders would go bankrupt, customers wouldn't be paying their bills in the bathrooms, things like that, and putting a lot of outlay. So pretty much around about 2017, we moved onto a platform called Simpro, and I could really start finding the holes in the business. Because before, I'd just been a busy fool and just saying yes to every single job that was coming through, and didn't really know what sort of money we were making, Just felt like I was just working off numbers that people were telling me that we should be charging. So when Simpro system we started using, we would then have that typical side of a computer where it's like what the computer said, no, can't go any less than this. This is what it is. And now we can actually see because of the history of numbers of obviously from the books from previous years. And then from there, we started moving away from builders and bathrooms and just being focused on letting agents and private customers and actually building our own customer base rather than helping a builder build theirs, really. And then from there, just been growing and growing with the private customers, really.
Brilliant. Okay, Robbie. Well, I'm James. Nice to talk to you. So should we go straight into the challenges, JB?
Yeah, so challenge number 1 is, do I get another manager and then another 8 members of the team, or do I open another branch in a different area? So, Robbie, you told me in the pre-chat you've obviously moved 45 minutes away from where you're sort of based in your patch. You're kind of considering, do you expand your current team or go and do what you've already done in the new area, aren't you?
Exactly that.
Can I just ask, Robbie?
Yeah.
I mean, what I always say to someone when the crossroads like this in their business, why do you want to expand it? Is it because you want to build a beast that you one day want to sell? Do you need more income? Do you know what the amount of money that you want to hit your personal bank account to have your dream life is? Or are you doing it just because the world is telling you that you should grow your business to these levels?
Yeah, of course. So there's a bit of everything there. But the main things are just making security for my family, really, to pass something down. I don't have any kids at the moment, but hopefully for the kids I might have, to be able to pass things down.
Well, can I just say, can I make a suggestion? If that's the idea, why don't you make the current business more efficient, as profitable as possible, take the cash out and put it into long-term investments like commercial property and build a commercial property portfolio for them? Because they might not run a plumbing and heating business, but they might quite like the idea of looking after an investment portfolio of commercial property. Whilst they...
No, exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's a very good one. It's I feel like
let me just finish, Robbie. I think a lot of people are in the position that you're in. I think they go, right, I'm doing £1.5 million. Right, I need to get to 3 million. Let's get to 5 million. Now, the facts actually tell us, the data tells us that many, many business owners try and break through that and then they return back to normality because they're saying, why are they going? The pain, it's called the desert that lots of business owners go through. You'll be turning 3 or 4 million, probably paying yourself slightly less or the same, but taking on a lot more stress, a lot more hours, a lot more time. And the world is, the best businesses are boutique or big. So you could build a boutique 2 million revenue business that makes 300,000-400,000 profit once you've tweaked it, got it really engineered. You put a load of it into your pension if that's what you so choose to do. And you could go and buy a load of commercial property that will spin off 100 grand a year. By the time you're 55, you'll be a very wealthy person. You just keep on funneling your profits into buying more commercial property that you rent out. You enjoy the rental income and you enjoy the capital growth. And then you can just work 3 days a week, having £500,000 a year profit, and you don't have to open up more branches. You don't have to do all of that stuff. The reality is you probably need 10 branches, so that you can afford a middle management team to run the business.
Exactly that. And that's the thing really, is like, I don't have the drive in the plumbing side to go and open another business. And it's like, but there's the other side of it. It's like, well, you've done it before, so you can do it again. But it's like, it's not really what I want, really.
Yeah, you've done it before, but who's going to manage the existing business
if
you
exactly,
go off and do that? Remember when we spoke about this at the beginning of the pod, it's E plus M equals S. It's entrepreneurship plus management equals success. If the gods delivered you a manager of a plumbing business that's better than you, that's the crucially the one, then off you go and do it. If you look at all of these, the multi-chain businesses, there's usually lots of venture capital and investment income that's got into it. Or there's been a crazy entrepreneur that's sacrificed 5, 10, 15 years to go through that desert period, hardly paying themselves to pay others to build that thing up.
Exactly that, yeah. And that desert part is what I've felt from pretty much the start of the business from 2014, 15 to pretty much COVID. The COVID period, that was the desert part. So, and I still very heavily remember that, where I'm like, I don't really want to go back into that pain again. Like, it's systemizing and making their business better. There's that word, why to grow it well.
Systemize it for another year and then just say to yourself, write down a goal. Every year I'm going to buy a 300,000, £400,000 little warehouse, that I'm going to rent out. Or I'm going to buy a £400,000. You need 150 grand of deposit and stamp duty to get it over the line. You can buy it in a pension should you so wish. Seek financial advice from your accountant on that. I mean, after 10 years of consistently doing that, you will just go, wow, look at what I've got around me. And if you got ill, anyone can look after a commercial property portfolio. Not many people can look after a trading business.
No, exactly, yeah. And that's the thing is, like I was saying, if I was to get another manager, then to make that cost effective, then I would need obviously maybe 6 to 8 engineers to make it cost effective. And then after doing the numbers, you don't really get a lot more money for the aggro that you're getting, and the headache and the risk that you're taking. Like if you were to put an investor's mind on and you look at how much time and effort and the money put in for the return, an investor
don't get me wrong. If you can be the unicorn that goes into stratosphere, then obviously that's better. But very few do it. Let's move on to challenge number 2, JB.
Challenge number 2 was keeping good engineers. What's your challenge with that?
So with keeping good engineers, we tend to find by the time we trained them up to be really good engineers and you can still be paying them well, they're always looking to see if the grass is greener somewhere else. And a lot of time they then jump to go self-employed. We could obviously leave, obviously it's the next chapter for them. So obviously we put a lot of time and effort and obviously money into training them, especially when you take them on from no qualification at all. So you might hold them for about 3 or 4 years and then suddenly they jump ship and then you've got to start it all over again. And it's I have noticed that if you keep an engineer at the moment for like 4 or 5 years, they tend to stay. Whereas you get an engineer that's maybe come up about 3 years at that point, just as you're starting to get life a little bit easier, that engineer and their life getting easier with their knowledge. And you're about to start reaping the rewards of the money you put into them. At that point is when they start to go self-employed, and then obviously you've got to start again.
Well, I've got 2 things that will solve that. But let's look at the challenge of a business like this. I started out at the entertainment gig. I trained up entertainers. They weren't plumbers and engineers, but it took a long time to train them up, to give them the work, and then they would just leave. And that is the sector you're in. So, that's part of the problem. Now, how do we solve that? Well, a well-meaningful conversation, take them out for dinner, get out of regular environment at the end of the first year and say, look, well done. Look, what can I do to help you progress next? Where do you want to go to next? Listen to them, one-on-one, in a little country pub would be really nice, that you've taken that effort. Where do you want to go next? How can we be part of that journey? Most of the time, a well-meaningful conversation out of environment can really make people more retained to the business. And hardly any business does it. So that's thing number 1. And do that regularly because that really, really makes people think, well, these people really care about me. Secondly, after you found out what they want, why do people want to leave you? Maybe it's because they want more money and they can say they can earn more money. Or it could be that they want to be masters over their own destiny. I mean, the real truth of it is, anyone that knows an entrepreneur and business owner, they do more hours. They might earn slightly more, but they do more hours. And when they add up all their hours, they're probably earning less than minimum wage because that's what entrepreneurs and business owners do. They've now got to do admin. They've got to be on the tools and blah, blah, blah. So try and find out where their pain points are and see if there's anything that you can solve. And say, well, look, if you want more time off, maybe we can do that. Maybe if you want to pick up your kids from school and we can fit your shifts around that, maybe we can do that. Find out what it is they want. And, and if they want to work more, they can get rewarded more. And the second thing is maybe say, well, look, at the end of the year, if you just stay and you do everything, you'll get a share of profits. You'll get £5,000, £10,000 extra, but you get it at the end of the year. That means that they retain more. And then when that bonus comes in, they think, actually, this is pretty good here. So you need to have a retention plan that you discuss with them, that you say to them, what do you want to have to stay here? What would make your job easier? And if you go to high level CEOs, C-suite staff, when they go into a meeting, they go, well, look, what do you want out of this? And they go, this is what I want. I go, well, if you deliver this is what you'll get that. And that's how high level people work, and that's, what I do with my senior people. Say, look, if you achieve this, we'll give you this. What do you want? You tell me what you want and I'll see if we can do it.
But yeah, the price of their wages is obviously one of the biggest impacts, because it's like £17,000 to £20,000 a year you've got to pay them when they're not generating any money for 3 years to get a really good guy out of it, or woman.
I think, though, if you are going to not worry about multiple locations, multiple branches, you can just try and find the best engineers and pay them accordingly.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've always tried to have conveyor belt ready to replace someone if they leave. So I've always been trying to work on the back end of it. If someone leaves, I've got a backup rather than having all this work to then drag me back in to be back on the tools to deal with jobs that I shouldn't really be doing.
Well, that's right.
If
you want to be an entrepreneur, business owner, you're always recruiting. Let's look at the third challenge, JB.
Third challenge. Well, I can't even talk. Moving area. Do I start something completely new? I think we've already covered that. I think you've said no, have you not, Jimbo Sinclair?
Oh, well, I think we discussed it's not for me to decide on Robbie's future. I'm just giving my opinion.
And what's your opinion?
Well,
get off the fence. You get splinters in your ass. Come on. Come on, Jimbo.
I mean, you've also said, what does the business look like when it's finished? I think running itself, so it's more passive. I think we've come up with a plan for that, to invest into commercial property. Look, I think we go straight into questions, JB.
Okay, fine. Question. First one. He only wants the answer to this question. Do I expand the current business, expanding the area that we cover, needing to... Right, let's cut to the chase here. You're saying optimize your... One of the options, obviously, because it's all an option. Optimize the business that you've got, because you either go boutique and have a nice life, or you go big and you have a nice life. Because the bit that in between £1 million and £4 million
you don't need me, do you?
Is horrible.
You could do that yourself. Well, no, I actually think it's the bit between 2 and 10. I think it's more extreme than that.
Even in a trade like this?
Yeah, I think it's very hard to get a plumbing and heating business over 2 million.
Really? So there you go.
I mean, look, if you really want to get good at more and growth, you've got to get good at marketing, haven't you?
Right. The second question was also the same as the first question, basically. Do I let the business stay as it is, or build a new business in a new area? He's just trying to find as many ways as possible to get the answer to that one question. Third question, though. This is intriguing. Do I join forces with the future wife, who's now the actual wife? So do I join forces with the wife to build a business together?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that?
If she's earning loads of money and you don't need her right now. I mean, what's better is, what would you get her doing? That's a better question. What would she do?
What would she get you doing?
So the wife wants to leave her job because she basically in the hair and beauty world, quite high up in that world. And she wants to get out of that because her life is on the road every week. So she's hardly ever home. So she wants to take control of her life. So the plan is generally for her to leave her job. And there's a few businesses that she would like to do. And I'm like, do I just leave her to just do that? Or do I sort of maybe jump on board and, build something together on that side, while this plumbing and heat business is sort of doing what it's doing and
so
paying for
I don't
our
understand. So what would you mean by that?
So there's quite a few different businesses that we could possibly go into. And
so she's not going to get involved in the plumbing and heating business?
No, I don't really want. I want to keep that part separate.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. I mean, but as long as that it doesn't distract you from you building the plumbing and heating business to be more profitable and get it to efficiency.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's obviously moving to the new area is been amazing, and it's just just working out that next next step. And it's made me more proactive in the business, being out of the area. Before, the office was next door to my house, so you spend your life in work. So now I'm wasting time because you want always something to do. Whereas now, when I go into the business, it's always with a proper plan of what I want to achieve that day, which is what's been game changing, of having a 45-minute drive to work. And there's actually something quite nice of having that drive to yourself.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okie dokie. Well, thanks for being on, Robbie. If someone needs plumbing and heating services in Stonehenge, where do they go, baby?
Well, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on our website, stonehengeplumbingandheating.co.uk. And we are there. We've got the office to take all the phone calls to take any of your need for boiler repairs and boiler replacements and your heating systems and any of your small plumbing parts. So we're there to deal with all of it.
I'll tell you what, if you are in that neck of the woods as well, 4.9 stars on Google reviews out of 445. Jesus, Robbie's not messing about, is he? Come on now. She's hot stuff. Hey, get it, plumbing. Come on. Oh, forget it. That's absolutely wasted.
Thanks for being on, baby.
Thank you for being on, Robbie. Take care. Thanks for being on, mate. There you go, Robbie, all the way from sunny Stonehenge. I don't know if it is sunny in Stonehenge. Normally it is, though, isn't it? Right, it's time for James Sinclair's 8 Traits of the Greats. It's the point of the show where he looks longingly at Chuds and goes, have we got that 8 Traits of the Greats board? Chuds goes, yes, we do, because he's so organised. He hands it to me. I hand it to him. It's a smooth handover. What a show. Thank you very much.
That's blue tack, by the way, or white tack, not a piece of chewing gum. Right, okay, the 8 Traits of the Greats. We grade our entrepreneurs that come on the show, unless they're a startup and they've just begun, and we sometimes go, we don't think it's right to do this, but on this one, I think it is.
Yeah, you're
right. So starting with the end in mind is the first one. Do we give him for that?
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can.
No.
Passionate about their cause.
Oh, yeah, he loves it. You mad?
Untold amounts of resilience. Don't think we know that, so it's a 0. Yeah. The master relationships of people. Well, if you've got someone come around your gaff looking at your boiler.
Yeah, you don't let someone come and have a look at your pipes without being a nice fella, do you?
Number 5 is commercial awareness. I think we give him half.
We didn't ask the question, did we?
No, but
James might be fuming.
He did know his numbers. Number 6, they innovate so they don't evaporate.
No, I don't think we can say that.
No, they're master marketeers.
Again, we didn't ask the question, so that's our bad. But I mean, the website's all right. I wouldn't say a master marketeer. I'd say good.
Okay, yeah.
Give him a half.
So I mean, 3.5. I'm going to give him a 4.
Yeah, he's better than a 3.5.
Let's have the song.
Oh, of course.
It's a 4. A few tweaks and they can have much more.
That's right. He certainly can. Oh, Robbie's jumped back into the recording session. Robbie obviously didn't listen when I said to him that when we finished the recording...
Take a point off.
It's a 2. Give him a 2 out of 8.
It's a 3. They need to think, is this business for me? No, it's a 4.
It's got a 4, Robbie.
And they can have much more.
Robbie, I am lovingly kicking you back out of the room.
What's the next bit?
What's the next bit?
Yeah, I like this background music while we're getting the next bit on.
Sorry, yeah, sure. No, because we need this background music. Thanks, Chuds. It's time for the business quiz. Here we go.
It's Jim versus JP on the quiz that's business.
This is still our best jingle.
Business knowledge and it's fun. Which one's clever and which one's dumb? Izzy Wizzy, let's get quizzy.
Let's get quizzy indeed. Let's get ready to quizzical. Right, this is good. You know this fella, didn't you?
Yeah, look at him.
He's got some hair, and he's got some money, some hair, and some plastic surgery. He has started.
We Fix London. Who am I talking about here? We should. Do you know what? We should reach out. And
you should do another episode with him.
We should, shouldn't we,
Charlie? Did you do that? That was back in the day, wasn't it? This was like your OG days.
Yeah, 2018 or something like that.
You're running around in red trousers still, weren't you, on YouTube?
Mate.
It was a good interview. Right, okay, the question is, where's my little jingle? Here we go. So approximately how many service jobs per year did Pimlico plumbers carry out prior to the 2021 sale? That includes call-outs to fix, install or inspect. That question again. Approximately how many service jobs per year did Pimlico plumbers carry out prior to the 2021 sale? That includes call-outs to fix, installs or inspections.
Charlie's new business, We Fix London. What a fantastic name. That's better than Pimlico plumbers.
Isn't it?
Because
Pimlico plumbers is good in Pimlico.
Yeah, and it is the whole London, but We Fix London. It's just such a good name.
It's like a message as well, isn't it, to Sadiq Khan. We'll fix it.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
fix
good.
it.
Yeah. He's a very interesting guy. When Chuds, we met him, that is an interesting person, isn't it?
Very unique.
You think, is there going to be some sort of bravado that it's all a bit for show? But he's just that off camera as well, wasn't he, Chuds?
Yeah, for sure. He's what you think he's like.
Okay, come on then. Get to the answer to the question. So, how many service jobs per year? How many service jobs per year were Pimlico plumbers doing and carrying out prior to their sale? I've got an answer. I'm going to lock in my answer. It's locked in. James Sinclair is still working stuff out on a calculator. It's like doing a podcast with Rain Man.
I think it's
Hang on. Have you locked in?
Yeah, I've locked in.
Good stuff. He can't hear me fuming. What are they doing these stupid things for? When he listens back.
What did you get?
I've gone 52,000.
I've done 136,500.
Jesus. Tell us your maths for that, James Sinclair, please, if you don't mind.
I think they've got 150 engineers or 150 vans.
Sure.
On 2.5 jobs a day.
That's why I've let myself down, isn't it? I've just gone 200 people at five days a week times 52. Idiot.
I think they're out 7 days a week.
They are out 7 days a week and they're doing more than one thing a day. Idiot.
Well, you might be right.
No, I shouldn't be.
It might be only 50 engineers.
No,
but he sold it for 140 million, so it must have been.
If around my neck of the woods, I cannot do a day without seeing at least 3 Pimlico plumbing vans.
It's easy for you.
Easy for me. Can you say it? Say it.
Pimlico plumber vans.
Can you say it?
Pimlico plumbers.
Pimlico plumbers.
I don't know a feature. Can JB say?
Oh my God! Yeah, what can he say? Okay, what did you say?
136,500.
Yeah, you win. Damn it.
What is the answer?
Well, the answer is. Hang on, let me get my. There's a jingle. Answer 100,000. The breakdown is that they do 8,300 a month. That means that they are doing 275 to 300 call-outs per day, including the weekends. There were 400 staff and 250 branded vans on the road. Their estimated annual revenue at the time of the sale was 50 million. Hey, I'll tell you what though, right?
It was 40 million when we saw him. Do you remember he picked
Yeah.
I said, what sort of revenue are you doing?
Maybe 70.
Well, we got it on camera. He went, I don't know. And he picked up the phone. Here, Dave, what are we doing this year? How many mil? It was like,
That's quite interesting though as well. Because you look at that, he's a famous entrepreneur for how big he grew a business. You're doing that.
Yeah.
Not in one thing in branded vans.
What I've really learned about him, he just puts himself to where his strengths lie.
Yeah. He said he does just PR. He's a PR machine, isn't he?
I remember that. It's like 95% PR. But when he says PR, he means marketing,
in general.
He's not doing public relations.
Yeah. Shouldn't be doing public relations, should he?
No, he's... really, he would be on every TV thing that he could get his grubby hands on. But he was obsessive.
Have your winner's cup.
Thank you. He was obsessive over standards, cleanliness, systems.
You never see a dirty Pimlico plumber's van.
Like he was very obsessive over that.
Was he? I say just. Was he a plumber to start with as a trading? Like that was his trade.
Yeah,
really?
I remember he mentioned the cleanliness of vans like multiple times, but also that he wears a suit all the time.
Yeah,
he took pride in his appearance. Yeah.
His office was really good as well, wasn't it? It's like a control
swanky,
centre,
Oh, was it? Where was it? Like central London? Was it in Pimlico?
Yeah, in Pimlico. His offices were, the arches that are under the train tracks.
Victoria.
Well, in Pimlico, they're all over London, aren't they?
Yeah.
You see it everywhere. And they've all been rented out as coffee shops and little.
Oh, yes.
He had like 10 of them, didn't he? Something like that.
All merged into one big.
Oh, really?
We actually, Jazz, we should definitely pick that up and go and meet him because he's just so unusual.
Especially now he's done the sale and then started again, that whole journey. Because who bought him? It must be British Gas or Centrica or someone, wasn't
Someone
it?
angry.
Someone must be.
Someone's giving him 140 million. He's waiting for his non-compete to
I was
finish
about to
and
say,
he's back.
Was it 36 months? And he's like, right,
He's like 75. He's old. He's old.
Yeah, but he's going again, isn't he?
Yeah, which just proves the point. Someone like that is not doing it for money. You've got 140 million bags in the bank. You know, he's just cannot stop the guy. It's in his DNA.
And it is WeFix. Here you go. So they are 24/7 emergency repairs and home services. So they are literally the same thing as...
Joe, I've got his number here. I'm going to, in the break, I'm going to call the guy.
Phone him live on air. Phone him.
Charlie... What's his surname again?
Mullins. You can't phone the geezer if you don't know his surname. No way. Oh, interesting. When he started WeFix London, someone started Pimlico Will Fix It and WeFix 24/7. And that's not... Oh, interesting. What an interesting guy. Anyway, there you go.
What isn't... So is that WeFix, the branding? Honestly, guys, if you want to really... Because I think a lot of people obsess over having... I mean, it's just a simple font. It says exactly what it is.
It's the same colours as well as what's the big builders merchants?
It's very good.
It's master marketeer, isn't he? Look, they've all got their suits on. Yeah, look at this. That's very good. Go check out the WeFix.London. That's a good URL as
Stevie,
well.
if in the edit, make sure you just put it up. We'll give him a little plug. Not that
he needs
the
it.
£140 million Rod Stewart tribute needs it, but there you go.
Well, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to let us know. Leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your downloads, or wherever you download your podcast, rather. Also, if you're on Spotify, you can leave us a comment. Spotify giving us a bit of love at the moment, so go and give us a comment on Spotify. Thank you very much. And do leave a review. It actually matters. I know we say it every time, but you don't do it, do you? No. Come on. All he asks for is you go to Marsh Farm once a year, or join a little membership for Marsh Farm, and then you leave him a review. That's all he needs.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all he needs.
Thanks, gang. It's been a good show. We'll see you when you're older.
Is that your official rating of the show? It's been a good show.
Yeah, I think
you are full of it.
I
Since you got into politics,
but you know,
slow to start, but we ended strong. Yeah. See you in the next one. Ta-da.
Buongiorno.